Joining that race this week, one of the most eagerly awaited action adventures of the summer. Kevin Costner and the merry men of Sherwood Forest in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. We talked to the stars about it recently in New Orleans.
Loxley! We're gonna cut your heart out with a spoon!
It was a dangerous time, a time of men who risked their lives for what they believed. Kevin Costner puts a new face on the legend of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
He has been a warrior. You know, he's very unlike the traditional Robin Hood, who has basically been in the Sherwood Forest, and the biggest crime that he's committed or his only experience has been maybe killing the king's deer. This is a, this is a mercenary.
Alan Rickman, the bad guy in Die Hard, is back as the truly despicable Sheriff of Nottingham.
Just a minute. Robin Hood steals money from my pocket, forcing me to hurt the public. And they love him for it?
This. That's it.
Cancel the kitchen scraps for lepers and orphans. No more merciful beheadings. And call off Christmas.
The Sheriff of Nottingham isn't just greedy or selfish. He's seriously twisted out of shape. How did he get that way?
I think he's a deeply misunderstood fellow, really. You know, he probably could be very nice. It's just that he doesn't quite always get what he wants, and then he gets a bit upset.
What are you doing here?
Searching my soul.
I do not wish to be seen with an outlaw.
You prefer the company of Nottingham?
There's a price on your head.
How much?
100 gold pieces.
Is that all? She'll have to annoy the good sheriff more. Soon it will be 1,000.
For 1,000, I would turn you in myself.
In this version, Maid Marian, played by Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, is a woman who has managed to defend herself and her land using her wits and even sword fighting when necessary. And she's not afraid to speak her mind.
Robin, do something for me.
What?
Take a bath. It's wonderful to see a woman so able in the movies. She fights, she's brave. How did she become so independent?
Sink or swim, I think, would be the motto that would follow Marian. She's there. She's left on her own by choice. I don't know that it's in the film, but her mother has gone off to London. Her mother's kind of abandoned the ship. Her father is gone, and her brother's off the Crusades. And if she wants to maintain any of her past, what she would call home, and her life as she knows it, she has to stay there and assume the role of landlord.
Director Kevin Reynolds describes Will Scarlett as a 12th century James Dean, and who better to play this brooding young man than Christian Slater?
I bring a message from Nottingham. Our men are to be hung in the square at high noon tomorrow.
And what about my boy?
The boy, too. 10 men in all.
He's definitely, very upset, with the circumstances of his life. He has gotten the shaft, basically, by Robin Hood, unbeknownst to him.
For Academy Award-nominated actor Morgan Freeman, the temptation to play Azeem, Robin's unwanted protector, had a lot to do with his love of horses.
I am not one of you, but I fight. I fight with Robin Hood. I fight against a tyrant who holds you under his boot. If you would be Freeman, then you must fight. Join us now. Join Robin Hood.
I've always loved horses. I always thought of myself as a cowboy, I always wanted to be a cowboy. I always wanted to do a Western. So my life has always been fantasized, from childhood, it's playing, riding brooms, fences, whatever, So when I got to where horses really were and could get on one, I learned how to ride.
Because a lot of the action was done with close-ups, the actors worked on some of their own stunts.
It's a good scene. It needed to be, though, because you have obligatory scenes in Robin Hood where you have to try to suddenly make them very fresh and new. You know, put a different twist on them. We did it. It took us about 4 days, and I was in the water constantly because I was losing most of the time.
Kevin Costner in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Larry, I know you're going to hear something that you've never heard before and never expected to hear from me. Kevin Costner was lousy in this movie.
Well, that is a shock, because I know you're a Costner fan. I think he might have been just a little bit tired after all the work he did on Dances with Wolves. He started this picture right afterward, and he also got hooked into an idea he had to bring a new take to this hero, a different kind of Robin Hood, and I think that distracted him from just doing it, because it's a great action picture, good camera work, and a wonderful cast.
No excuses for Kevin. He's blaming the fact that he only had a dialect coach for 2 weeks. He didn't have enough rehearsal time. What happened to good old-fashioned acting? Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio told me that he was so concerned about this accent he had to do that he lost sight of the character. And it was ridiculous because afterward they yanked his dialogue and replaced it in the studio.
And even when they did that, they didn't use a British accent in the end, and I think that was a smart decision. Who wants to see Kevin Costner speaking with a British accent? I think the dialogue's a little stuffy for him. All the other actors, though, seem to just breeze through it. Alan Rickman is especially funny and twisted as the Sheriff of Nottingham. Morgan Freeman is strong. Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio is a very independent Maid Marian. And Christian Slater, what a cast. Great-looking picture, even if you're disappointed in Kevin.
He's as wooden as the trees in Sherwood Forest, but you're right, it's worth seeing because of all the action.